everybody, it's Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. We are finally going to be playing with this pumpkin wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And I picked up a white ladies sweater at a thrift store that has the cable knit that I'm looking for, and I do that a lot. I actually picked this up at the end of last year, at the end of last season I should say, and I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to use it double, and I'll tell you why after, but I'm just going to cut it from under the armpits all the way across. Get that out of there. And we're gonna double it because I think we're gonna double it anyway, I should say, because when I stretched this over the pumpkin form to make sure that it was large enough, and I am gonna save these because I'm gonna use maybe the arms for smaller pumpkins, or I don't know. But anyway, I do go to the thrift store, and I do get we have a thrift store nearby that actually like at the end of the season they put a whole bunch of stuff outside, and it's $1 a bag. So this is one of those deals I picked up for $1 a bag. And so what I think is, if I slip, let's cut the tag off, shall we? I think if we pull this through and only do one layer, I think we're going to see these black rungs right through our sweater. It's folding over here. Let me see. Yeah, so I don't know. If we double it, we might have an issue with sagging. But I do like it the one way. I think we're going to double it. We're just going to double it. And what I'm going to do to help me is I'm going to grab some of these clips from the Dollar Tree. You know, these clippies here that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to start clipping away at my pumpkin to make sure that it's gonna fit. So I got my hot glue going, and I might have to adjust this, but I'm gonna start at the top. I want to make sure that I have what I need at the top. I don't need a lot, so let's start right here. See, the problem here is, let's turn this upside down. I'm turning my sweater upside down because the top isn't the same when I cut it. How come that is? I don't know. Let's try this again. I'm going to double my sweater, and I'm just going to clip it right to the top here. And I'm going to make sure that it's got enough all the way around and clip it. Whoops. Wish I had a bunch of the little clips. They would be a little easier to use right now, but I have the big ones. You can also use, what are these, binder clips too? I just find that those are really hard to open. Alright, so now we're going to stretch it out and make sure that we're going to have some on the sides. These are the ones I wish I had more of right now, but you know what happens? I use these more in the house as a chip clip, and that's where they tend to stay. And I don't see, yeah, so we're going to just use these big ones. And all this is just to give us an idea and make sure that, for one, it's going to fit, and two, it is So the only thing is, there is a little bit, let's see, it's not really up there all the way. Gotta clip that right there. And the only thing is now here, down at the bottom, if we squeeze our pumpkin form too tight, if we pull our sweater too tight, we will squish our pumpkin form. Now, if you happen to have the one from Hobby Lobby in your craft stash, that won't happen. It's a little bit stronger. But if you have the Dollar Tree one, so we're just going to have to pull enough to fasten it. It's going to be a tight fit. It really is. It's going to be a tight fit. So what I think I will do is I'm going to work back and forth. I'm going to start up here at my pumpkin stem, and I'm just going to start adding some hot glue and pulling my sweater. Uh-oh. Wow. Alright, so my hot glue was sticking out of the... Alright, we're gonna just go with the plug-in one right now. I always have a backup, thankfully. I wanted to use my Ryobi because I didn't want to have a cord. Alright, so I'm just pulling and tucking, and because this is doubled, you're going to probably have to do both layers. Make sure that you're pulling and tucking both layers, okay? And so I'm going to go to my next piece here and do the same thing right around my stem. I'm just going to pull that down. Glue off my fingernail because that is not helpful when you're trying to work with a sweater. It keeps catching. Okay, now I'm going to do another piece right here. I'm so grateful that I have these. I'm just grateful today. I'm very grateful for a lot of things in my life. You know, it's so easy to spend time in, looking back, right? I mean, you can spend this, it's so easy to look in the rear view mirror and see what's gone wrong in your life or what other people have done to you, things like that nature, right? I mean, it's so easy, but I feel so grateful that I have this channel with you guys and I get to meet some of you soon. We're going to do a meet and greet. If you're interested, let me know. And I'm just feeling so, my heart is just feeling so overflowing today and just grateful. Just really, really, oh, that was burning me. And I just, I just feel like I was doing a lot of, let's just say this, I've been doing a lot of worrying lately. Now I'm going to flip around and I've only done about 6 inches of the top of this. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to start doing the bottom. I've only, I lost my whole train of thought. I've only been on this channel now for, I think it'll be coming 3 years. Now, before I glue my top layer, I'm going to adjust it and make sure that it's not going crooked, that my cable, you know what I mean, is going straight. So I think that it looks pretty straight. I'm going to pull that down and glue it. Pull it down and glue it. And I've met so many nice people. You guys are so sweet. When I'm sick, you guys pray for me. When I'm laughing, you laugh with me. when I ask you to support me, you support me. You don't even know me, and I just am very, really, really, really feeling the love. And I don't know. I just wanted to tell you guys how grateful I feel that you guys are in my life. And it's easy to grope about my day. I mean, it's very easy to. I mean, I have a past. Everybody's had a past. I had a husband, and he wasn't very good to me. And everybody has a past, and we can all look at our past. But you know what? There's a reason that the rear view window is smaller than the what's the window called when you need a new a windshield. There's a reason that your back window is smaller than your front window when you're driving. You know why? Because you're not going backwards, you're going forwards. And I've had a lot of worrying times lately since I came home from vacation and came back to reality, and I'm thinking about money and storms and stupid things that I don't need to worry about. God always provides for me, and so I just feel like I don't need to look in the rear view windshield anymore. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forwards, onward and upwards, right? So I'm good with that. I know that I don't have to worry about tomorrow. You know why? God is already there. He's already there tomorrow, and I don't have to wait and wonder if he's going to provide for me, because he always provides. Always provides. So you guys would be floored if I told you what anyway, it doesn't matter. I have been doing some worrying that I don't need to be doing, and I just wanted to come on here and make this pumpkin that says thankful, grateful, all the things, because I am so grateful, so thankful. I think we're gonna do grateful on this pumpkin, but I'm all of those things for sure. All right, so now let me just get in between here. I think I did that. Let's flip it over. And how cute is this? It's coming out really, really cute, just like I wanted it to. All right, so now I'm gonna unclip this, and we'll work a little bit more over here. I hope I didn't sound preachy Kathy today, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just feeling grateful, and I just feel like it's so much easier to be grateful and put a smile on your face and go through life really being positive and not just negative. Because when I get the negative Nancy's, listen to all the names I'm putting out there, Kathy and Nancy. When I get those negatives, though, I am miserable. I find myself like being so, just everything is, if I am negative and I'm not thankful and I'm not thanking God for every little tiny thing, like when I'm sitting outside enjoying the birds, or we have little wild bunnies that I enjoy all the time here, and we feed them. They love bird seed. They don't want carrots and vegetables. I don't know. I know that's a story for another time. Can't give them the good stuff. The wild bunnies don't know the good stuff. At least at my house, they don't want that. And so when I get those negatives, not only do I feel it, everyone around me feels it. And it isn't long that I can tell that everybody is feeling my negativity, because I can either see it or you can feel it, right? You can feel it. I have a best friend who is my roommate. I wouldn't know what to do without her. I thank God every night for her. And I seriously would not know what to do without her. Totally. You know, we depend on each other. And we miss each other when each other is gone. When I was gone for 5 weeks, she missed me. And we have no relationship other than friendship, but we live together and depend on each other, and we love each other as friends. So when and then when I came home, she went away and did some house sitting for some friends of ours that went on a cruise, and I missed her. Oh, I don't want that to glue behind here. I was pressing down on my sweater, and I don't want that to. I want to press on the frame. So now I'm here at the end, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start in the middle of my side. And so when she was away taking care of our friend's house and dog, I missed her. She was only gone 4 days, and I missed her. We eat our meals together. We watch our certain TV shows together, and, you know, we're together a lot. We have fun together. We like being together, so we miss each other. And, all right, so now I want to make sure I'm pulling the top layer and not puckering it. That's the thing on the sides here. So I'm gonna pull and glue, but we will, let's see. I'm just gonna continue gluing this right here, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna glue my top layer. If I need to straighten out my top layer, I will. You know what I mean? Because it might be shifting, seeing that it's doubled. So, yeah. So I might have to pull just this top. It's okay if we have a little pucker, because it's not... do this. I glued this, so I'm gonna put a little slit in here so I can pull this a little tighter. Actually, I'm gonna cut a lot of this right off right now. It's in my way. There. Oh, there was a tag in the sweater. We don't need that. Bulk. Alright, so let's just tuck and glue. Tuck and glue. That's what we're doing right now, is just pulling and tucking and gluing. And I'm going to use my finger protector at this point. I'm sorry now, I was talking about my friend and how grateful I am. And I am. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, but I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm just very grateful today. I'm pretty grateful all the time, but I might not show it. And I want to start showing it more. Because it's just nicer. It's just nicer to be. Anyway. Oh, I was saying, when I am grumpy and I go grocery shopping, and it seems like everybody else is grumpy too. And if I am going grocery shopping though, and I start putting a smile on my face, and I look at everybody else and put a smile on my face, everybody smiles right back at me. And what a better day I have because of that, I am, I'm much happier all day long because I smiled at other people and they smiled back at me. It's just as simple as that, really. So the next time, let me get off my soapbox after this, but the next time you're going to the grocery store and you don't want to be, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be. I don't like going food shopping. I don't. It's not a fun thing for me. I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy cooking. I'm one of those. I'm not a Susie homemaker. I'm a crafter. I like working and playing with wood. I like playing out in the barn with the guys while the women are cooking and cleaning. That's more me. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I want to be playing in the wood pile and, yeah. I don't want to be cooking. I don't do the cooking. I do cook because it's necessary. I have to. My roommate doesn't do a lot of cooking either, so we both eat a lot of salads. But we love salads, so it's not hard for us to do that. And I do most of the cooking, I would say. I have to say. And the reason is because I think, I'm not sure, Doreen's not home right now, so she can't tell me if I'm right or not. But I think the reason is because we have a lot of cookery stuff. This is silly. Oh my god. Let me cut off some of this here. There's too much fabric here. We have a lot of cookery stuff. And when I say cookery stuff, it's because my girlfriend Jen loved to cook. I was blessed. She loved to cook. And not only did she love to cook, she was really good at it. I wish I had some of her recipes. I'm very sad that I don't. So, she loved to cook. Like, one of the things she made so well is chicken carbonara. And I don't have a recipe, so I can't make it. But some days when I'm really, really missing her, I want her chicken carbonara. Some days I just want her chicken carbonara anyway, but carbonara, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it was delicious. And she made it from scratch with heavy cream and all the fattening ways. But anyways, I don't do a lot of the cooking, and my Jenny did. So she didn't sleep well either, and bought every cooking thing imaginable on the late night, I was going to say telethons, but it's not telethons, but all the infomercials at night, and they sell every little thing you could possibly think that your kitchen needs to cook with. Yeah, well, Jenny, my Jenny, gotta love her, she had to have all of those cookery things, so she spent a lot of time at night watching infomercials and ordering cooking things like the New Wave oven and the New Wave air fryer and things like that, right? She had to have all the gadgets. We had one of everything. And we live in a tiny home. Most of my kitchen cabinets were full of not cooking utensils, cooking appliances. So anyways, one of the reasons that I assume, and I really mean assume because I haven't asked her, is I think that Doreen is intimidated by some of those cookery things. And I am too, but I had to, at least I got to see Jenny use those, right? Use those appliances. I gotta put my stand up there. So I at least was a little familiar with them, but Doreen didn't have that pleasure because she didn't live here then. So, I think I'm a little bit more brave. Not brave. We have an electric pressure cooker that I absolutely love, that I felt like we didn't need at the time for sure, but I would say I use that on average. I would say I use that at least. Now, I don't cook as much now, but when I did used to cook for Jen every night, or she cooked for me every night, we used that electric pressure cooker. I'll say 5 nights out of 7 easily. Love that. Love, love, love that. I'm going to use that tonight for a recipe called Italian chicken, which is just throw 2 breasts of chicken in there, boneless, skinless breasts, a bottle of Olive Garden Italian dressing, a block of cream cheese, and a cup of Parmesan grated that you put on spaghetti in there, and let it go for 20 minutes, 25 minutes if it's frozen, 20 minutes if it's thawed out, and then you have a delicious, and then you make some noodles while that's cooking, because you don't want to throw your noodles in with it. Because they'll be soggy. And then when that is all done, you put that over the noodles. Hold on here, I can't talk and walk at the same time without burning myself. You throw that over egg noodles, or any noodles you want, any noodles. We used penne last time, and tonight we're going to be using rigatoni. But anyways, you just throw that over your cooked pasta, and it's to die for. I'm just going to cut off some of the excess here, and I'm just going around looking and making sure that all my bits and pieces are glued on, and they're not going to undo. Glue them all down. Because sometimes I separate the sweater and I'm afraid that it's not going to stay glued because it has the second layer. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Pretty nice and neat. You will have a pucker here or there. You can pull and tug all you want and get those out. Actually, I think that looks fine. So this is what we have from the front now. This is our sweater, and it's pulled taut but not tight, because if you pull it too tight, this is a very flimsy from the Dollar Tree pumpkin wreath form. All right, now we are going to wrap this in some jute. Wrap this in jute, and like I said, now we're going to be using some of these leather leaves from the Dollar Tree and one of these grateful words from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a package. You get, I can't tell you, you can't quote me, but they're just, we're going leather and we're going simple, and but first we're going jute. Here's my jute. So we're going to just wrap that. I don't want that jute. Let's put all these clips in one spot here. I want this jute from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree came out with more of a, I don't see it though, so we might have to go with the jute that, oh, right here. I've used it almost up. Dollar Tree came out with this one too, and it's a little fatter. So we're just gonna pick, I don't think we need that clip anymore either. We are just going to pick a little spot here to start our jute. I want that to be right around the bottom. And then we're just going to wrap, we're just going to wrap our jute around our pumpkin stem. I'm going to go down. This is a little slanted, so I'm going to go down into the little crevice with a little bit of my jute, just because I don't want there to be a line between my sweater and my jute. You know, I don't want it to be hollow. I'll show you what I mean in 1 minute. I'm outlining my sweater at the very bottom of the stem. And I'll have to do that a few times. And I'm just going to go around and down again. And this time I'm just going to glue right on top of the last piece of jute to carry that down. And then back up. On top. Just to fill in that little V gap. Let me show you. Just to fill in the little gap at the bottom. And we can go around and around it now and go back later, and we will just fill in the gap with some extra thread. But we don't want to go down, not thread, but jute. But we didn't want to, words, Jill. I didn't want to have to go back after doing this part. And I'm going to just stick a glue like every few times I wrap. Just to hold it so that it doesn't unwrap on me. And you should probably put the glue dot on the back. And put it a little ways up too, and then you can wrap a few times. And nobody will ever know. And then you can keep wrapping anyway, just a little bit more without any glue. And we'll stop here and we'll put some more glue. I'm holding my pumpkin sideways just because my jute ball here is laying on the table, and it's just making it easier. Okay, so now we have to put a little more because the corner, the pumpkin stem is on a slant. So now, to cover the whole thing, we're going to have to piece it together a little bit. So now we're going to use glue a little more rigorously. No, don't listen to me. Don't listen. All right, so now I need a little more glue right on this stem. You'll see when you go to attempt to do this to your own pumpkin what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm having a little difficulty talking and concentrating, so bear with me 1 second, please. Around, and I'm thinking maybe one more time should do it. So I'm hoping I'm gonna put my finishing glue at the very tip of my pumpkin stem, and I'm gonna very carefully fill in the little piece again. And then I'll put this down the back. Once I'm holding this because if I undo it, I'm afraid it will unravel and I don't want to lose it. So I'm just going to go down my stem and glue this on the back. Oh, see, it came undone. Sorry. This is real life, so I just have to do my best. And sometimes it doesn't work out quickly. I wish I had an overhead camera. That's gonna come one day. But right now, we're just going to glue the top and try to walk you through the directions. I hear somebody's golf cart beeping out back. I don't know if you can hear it. Alright, so I think we're done there. Now, I'm just gonna adhere this right on the back so I can cut this piece off, and then I have to wrap the bottom. We're gonna put some leather leaves here though, so we might not have to cover this little hole, but let me pick this up and show you. So wrapping around straight worked well for a while, but my stem went up to a point a little bit, so I had to go a little diagonal in the corner here. But see our little peekaboo hole here? I want to fill that in, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to just attach this and keep on gluing. I'm just going to keep on. I'm going to actually start that over here. So I'm just adding some more twine or jute around the bottom here to fill that in until I'm happy, and I will. Okay, so now this is what we have, and really we are almost finished. We have our beautiful stem minus the glue cobwebbies, so we have a nice filler there. Now we are going to take our, we're going to keep out our, not raffia. I'm so sorry. I am so, I don't know. Anyway, bear with me. Bear with me. Let's do our grateful. We're going to put grateful across the middle. But before we do, we're going to put some leather leaves on here. So we have some in the maple and we have some in the oak. And really that's going to be it for color. We're going to do a little raffia and some more jute, but really we're not going to have any other colors on here. This is what I said in the beginning. It's just going to be an elegant, I don't know if it's elegant, not elegant, just really, really farmhouse, country. I'm trying to get some glue off of my nails because it interrupts my fingers in my touching things. I don't know what the words are, but anyways, I want it simple. That's the word. So now I'm going to take my first, these leather leaves. Love these, love these. So we're going to take the first one and we're going to glue that right down at the top of our stem. Just like that. And then I think we're going to take a another one on the other side, and then we're going to put an oak leaf in the middle. This one is curled a little bit. Let's see if we can curl it back. I think we can. Well, until we know for sure. I'm going to just glue my next one right down again, right down at the top. Not even really seeing what I'm doing here. But I want you to see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take an oak leaf. I love these leather leaves, you guys. Please pick these leather leaves up. If you get nothing else for fall, pick up these leather leaves at the Dollar Tree. They are amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Alright, I gotta look at it now. So now I'm gonna put my oak, this long one coming down from the middle. So you don't have to watch. I'm just going to put my glue again at the top of the stem. And I'm gonna just hold that leaf I might put a little glue down here too on this one. This I'm throwing because it's got so much glue. Let me just clean it. My fingers have glue, my glue protector's got glue, everything has glue, and I'm sticking to it all. Okay, so yeah, oh my gosh, I love this, love this, love this. Let's take this little black piece of lint, I need that off of there. These stupid tweezers from Cricut are backwards. I can't use those. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Love it. And I'm not adding color. I'm leaving it with the leather. And now I'm going to be putting my grateful words on here, on my word. My grateful word, and then we're going to put a big jute and raffia bow at the top, and I'm slanting my grateful, so I'm going to look at it, and it looks like we're going to need, it's going to be difficult, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put a little glue there. Oh shoot, I got some on my sweater, so that's okay. I'm going to hold that there for a minute until this dries, and then I'm gonna pick that glue cobweb right off when it's dry. When it's dry, it'll come right off. All right, so let's continue then. We'll put a little more glue right here on the F. And on the bottom of the G, need some glue. That's about the only two places it really needs glue. It's gonna float. Let's see if we can get this yet. Yes. Snip that off because it's just stretching my glue. Okay, and we need a bow, and this is going to be so pretty. I love this. I want to say thank you to my sister Judy too, because I almost used the blue sweater today, and my sister said no, don't use blue, use white with the leather, and I was halfway there anyway. I'm gonna fix this, and we're gonna get a doozy of a storm. You guys hear the thunder? Pull this tight again. So we are going to do raffia, bow, and jute, and I have a bow already made. I think I can use here with some raffia. Wait a minute. Gotta find it. Oh, I might not. Okay, that's all right. We'll make one. I mean, I have this. This is what we want on the top here. So we'll keep that. But we need to make a little bow out of jute too. So what we're gonna do is spread our fingers, like 3 fingers. 3 or 4. I'm going to use 4. I'm going to spread them a little bit, and I'm going to wrap this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times, and then we're going to tie it off right in the middle of all these. Ooh, that was a terrible piece. Let's cut that. That went weird. Big knotted piece, but we're going to keep it. We're just going to get rid of the knot. Oh my gosh, you guys. See what it is? It's like they tied 2 pieces together. So I'm going to stretch it out again. They tied 2 pieces together, so I'm going to do it again. So piece in the middle. So we got once around, twice around, 3 times around, 4 times around. I think I opened my fingers a little bit larger this time, so we're not going all the way around. 4 times, that's all. 5 times last time, 4 times this time. And then we're just going to tie it off. Let's cut a piece. Oh, we got it. Tie it off in the middle. And I'm just going to wrap that around a couple of times by holding it with my thumb. But my thumb has hot glue on it, and it keeps catching. So I'm just wrapping that around a couple of times so it won't fall out my knot, and then I'm just going to tie it in the middle. And we're going to fluff our loops out. Fluff all your little loops out. And then I'm going to cut this little tail in the back off. And then we're going to take our little raffia bow, and I don't like that raffia bow. We're going to make it, oh, here's a better raffia bow. I like this raffia bow better. But I don't like what I have holding it together. So hold on. I think this is the raffia bow I was talking about when I was first looking for it. But I have to get this out of the wire. Let's just snip it. Can't get my fingers to work. There. Alright, so now we're just going to tie these two bows together. We're going to put the jute bow right on top of the raffia bow. And we're going to use the 2 pieces of leftover, it's already sliding, leftover jute to tie this right up in the center. So mine is already sliding and slipping and around. So let's see if I can get this. I have, I'm grateful for my fingers, even if they're hurting me. I'm grateful. I'm going to hold this for a second. This is why I use tie wraps. I'm going to hold this still and put a piece of glue. That is my finger holding it so that I can tie this without it slipping. Does that make any sense? You know, if you had a helper, you would say, can you come put your finger here for a minute? And I can tie this so it won't unslip. And so that's basically what I'm doing here with my little piece of glue, so that I can tie it again and it won't come undone. There we go. And I'm just going to take my raffia tails and my jute tails, and I'm just going to kind of finagle them down a little bit. There, that's what I'm looking for. And there we have a jute and a raffia bow. It's so cute. Sometimes I like to take my fingernails and split these fat pieces of jute just to make them a little more wiry. Alright, and now we're going to glue this on. What's this? We got a stray one here. Let's cut the stray one off because it doesn't seem to belong to anything. And he's in our way. Okay, this is the cutest little bow. So now we're going to put our bow. We got raffia and jute. We're going to put our bow right on the top. And we're going to call this sweater pumpkin finished. I'm going to put a good amount of glue to hold my bow. And then I'm going to just attach my bow and hold it still. And I am so in love with this. This is exactly what my sister said, except for she wanted me to dangle something. I don't have anything to dangle. I have these, but they already say something. This one already says grateful. And my word on the front says thankful already. I mean, grateful already. I love how this came out. I'm loving, loving, loving the leather. Absolutely loving the leather look. And you, I'm telling you, you would see this at Hobby Lobby or Home Goods. There's, I mean, Kirkland's, any of those places. I'm admiring it myself. All right, everybody, this is our grateful, our very, very grateful pumpkin in our sweater. And I just thought that would be cute to do, you know, instead of doing the burlap ribbon or the beads, yeah, or weaving it. I didn't want to do any of those things. So this is the back, nice and neat. This is the front, and I will put a hanger on this, but this video is getting pretty long, so you'll see the beaded hanger or whatever hanger I decide to make for this in the picture at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I love all of you guys. That's not exaggeration. I'm very blessed, very grateful, very thankful, all the things to have all of you guys. I have almost 350 subscribers now, and I'm feeling very grateful about it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this craft as much as I enjoyed making it and telling you how grateful I am. And I want to say, hey, Danica, if you're watching, I want to say, hey, baby girl, miss you. And and your sister and brother, too, that don't want to be recognized. But anyways, until I see you guys next time, put on a smile and do good and be good. Bye now.